And welcome here to Allen Hilliard Sports, where we are back getting ready for football. And we have Coach Pitts here from Camdenton. The Lakers obviously joining the conference with Jefferson City and Columbia. But Coach, coming into this season here, you know, it's fairly new to Camdenton, coaching-wise anyway, or returning coaching anyway. And so what's something new this year that, you know, returning players, starters coming back, new people coming in, what's some of the things that you're going to focus on here to rely on success for the Lakers this year?
You know, we've had a good off season through the winter and the spring, and then a great summer with our team camps and our home camps. And, you know, our guys have just really taken on the new challenge of the next new conference. We got 4 returning starters on defense and 3.5 on offense. But, you know, our guys that have really stood out this summer, Willard DeMott has stood out on both sides of the ball. He's a returning defensive starter, but has done a great job on the offensive side for us as our hybrid guy that can be a running back and a receiver. Carson Durnan has transitioned to quarterback for us and has done a great job recovering. He came off ACL surgery and has really done well from the standpoint of recovering and then transitioning from receiver defensive back to that quarterback position. Cole Lane is a returning starter on the offensive line and has really made gains in strength, size, and speed, and is our leader on the offensive line. And we have a tackle, Casey Youthy, who has had a great winter and is a returning starter on the offensive side. And then defensively, Sterling Cedar Wall, one of our top tacklers from last season, is returning at linebacker and was looking to get some quality reps on the offensive side as well. So, you know, we lost a bunch of good talented players last year. We're bringing back some guys with some experience, and then developmentally, Deontay Harris is going to be a good defensive back receiver for us. Brady Mills is coming off of an injury at linebacker. Looks to be a real big contributor for us on that side of the ball as well. So, you know, our guys are working hard, and, you know, this time of year, everything is still a bit up in the air because you're still just having some shoulder pads and you're actually getting to see each other. So you really get to get the jamboree.
And Coach, speaking of the jamboree, where is that going to be, and who are your, you know, competitors to help get the season ready?
Yeah, we're going to go to California. We probably haven't played California in anything since we were part of the Tri-County Conference back in the early 80s. But we're going to go to California. We're going to be able to play against California and Hickman. You know, 2 quality teams. California had a great season last year, and I think they played in the quarterfinals or the district championship against Odessa. Just so happens Kenny Grubb is their coach, and we started our coaching careers together way back in the early 90s, so it's going to be kind of a reunion for us. And so Hickman has a new coach, and so they're going to be, you know, firing on all cylinders and ready to go. So it'll be a good challenge for us.
Now, part of the scheduling question is also, you mentioned the conference there, and you're not joining Tri-County, but you are joining the, I believe, Missouri Athletic Conference
It's the CMAC.
Central
Missouri Athletic Conference, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a big challenge. To put it in context, the Ozark Conference in football had 6 state championships, and then in the new conference in CMAC, they have 37 football state championships. So we know that it's going to be competitive, and there's really storied programs there, and it's going to be one of those situations where you're going to be challenged, you know, every week, every Friday night. So our guys have understood that challenge as we came through and are ready for it.
Yep. Now, those schools include the Columbia schools and also Jefferson City and, of course, Smith Cotton up there. But
yes.
Now, size-wise, a lot bigger teams in that conference, though, compared to the Ozark Conference, where you had 2 6A schools. Now you're looking at least probably 3 of them this year.
It's going to be. They're all sort of on that verge of being bigger than us. I don't know where we sit exactly with our enrollment, but it's going to be. We definitely won't be in the upper half of the conference.
And then also, you talk about storied programs, Jefferson City Jays, the 80s and 90s, they were the team to beat. And then a new program out of Jeff City, Capital City, not a very old high school compared to many of the schools around here. But, in the last few years, including last year, they've had some success in the playoffs.
Yeah, they actually beat us in the district semis last year. Cap City did, and they returned some really, really good players from that team. And big, physical, strong, play really, really hard. So we know they're going to be an outstanding team as well. And we opened up with Jeff City in week 1. We've only played them once, and that was we played them in 21 and beat them on the last second touchdown pass. So we know that it's gonna be tough every Friday.
Yep. Now the other big thing about losing some of the rivalries locally here, you're losing some of the Rolla, Waynesville, Lebanon rivalries going on there that for many years, these 4 teams here, we watched each other through the years. And
yeah, you get that familiarity playing each other every year. It's almost like you could call plays for the other team because you're just so familiar with what guys are doing, and actually, you see those guys playing from 7th grade on up, and so you get an idea of what each program is about because you're playing them, at every level every year. So we're going to miss that part of it for sure.
But Coach, good luck this season as you join the new conference there, and we'll be keeping track of you, trying to keep talk to you every week there, see how things are going.
I appreciate it.
Yep. And that was Coach Pitts from Camdenton. You can catch all their games on Lake TV as well as other sources, including, I believe, the Career Center there in Camdenton also streams them, along with several radio stations. But this is just our first football preview that we've had. We've got plenty more coming. You could also catch postseason coverage of the games on Missouri Sports Network. Scoreboard Guy Newcomb every Friday. I believe about 9 o'clock, 8:39, he starts up and he'll go through the scores so you can listen, keep track of what's going on, listen to coaches around the state. We'll have some more interviews of my own. We'll have some of his interviews coming up also. Once again, thank you here, and Jamboree's going to get ready to go.